I think Urvi is a horrific human being. I think she's a bitch.
Currently, we don't have a single piece of evidence that your organisation is legitimate and has matched anybody. Is the Bureau real and offering a legitimate service? When I began making this film 11 months ago, I'd hoped it would end with me finding love and hopefully getting married. I was optimistic, thanks to the impressive testimonies from the happy couples that met through the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau. Its founder is an Indian woman called Urvi Shah.
Meet the 24-year-old woman who set up India's first and only gay marriage bureau.
She had claimed to help queer Indians find love for a substantial fee.
I didn't realise it would cost so much, but what's a few hundred if it finds me someone I can spend the rest of my life with?
But was it all too good to be true? I grew up in the UK. My family's fairly conservative, Punjabi. When I came out, my mum, who I told first, was devastated, and there was the potential of being disowned if I was to say no to an arranged marriage and come out as gay. When I was disowned, I didn't just lose contact with my family. I lost contact with my entire extended family, lost access to my language, my food, my customs, my traditions. I want a long-term partner and a long-term relationship, and I want that cultural connection. So as a single gay Indian woman, when I heard about the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau, I had to sign up. I'm about to speak to the woman that runs the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau. Tell me more about it. When did you start it?
I was 23 years old. A lot of people told me that they are looking for, a life partner, but then the dating app is not helping. Where I established my company called Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau. So as of now, we do have a team of 24 employees.
How much is the sign-up fee?
If any person living abroad is looking for a partner in India, the fee for registration is $300. And if any person is looking for a partner anywhere in the world, then it's $600.
How many clients do you have now?
If I talk about the Indian clients, I do have more than 2,400 people registered with us. Clients abroad, we do have more than 1,300 clients registered with us.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, so good to see you. You are signing up to the service, right? How did you hear about it?
Facebook search.
Oh, did you?
You know, all my cousins and friends, they've all had arranged marriages and they've settled down. And I'm sort of 35 now. And I just don't know where my life is going, you know, in terms of relationship. And I sort of felt like, why should I miss out?
Have you spoken to your family about it?
When I sort of first came out, I was about 19.
Yeah.
Mum was the one who freaked out. She just looked at me, she was like, he's gay. She sort of cried. They sort of jointly told me that, you know, if you're gay, you know, you're gonna have to leave. And I said, Dad, I am gay, do you want me to leave? 3 days later, they called me back. They sort of tried to deal with it, but they didn't want me telling anyone. They didn't want me to, as Mum put it, I don't want you walking down the streets holding hands with a man and people say, her son's gay.
Do you feel that because of a service like the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau, your parents would be more supportive?
Dad is. I think Mum's really dubious. I think she's very worried about it.
So you haven't signed up yet?
No, I haven't.
We're going to have a look at it today, aren't we?
Yeah, let's find me a husband.
Right, let's go. Contact info first.
Right, yeah.
Would you accept a smoking partner?
Yes. I'm not very competitive. Oh, I am though, aren't I?
Oh my God, we're going to get matched. We would get matched. Could be a different kind of wedding we're having here. All finished. So you ready to press?
Long ass form.
It is, right?
I didn't realise it would cost so much, but It's a few hundred if it finds me, you know, someone I can spend the rest of my life with. Gosh, can you imagine if I find some really cool guy who's like a musician with a big doodle on his head? I'll be like, yeah, just leave the hair loose, darling.
For both Keith and I, our parents are traditional South Asians. Our relationships with them have been damaged because of our sexuality. Maybe Urvi can help us find someone to start new traditions and new families. So how many successful marriages have you had?
We do have 63 couples who are into live-in relationship.
That's amazing. Why have you used the words arranged marriage in there?
I do respect my tradition a lot. We wanted to be a parent to all the people who are not open to their family.
Do you think you would be able to find a match for me in the UK?
Why not? You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You can find a partner anywhere in the world. Come on.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. Thank you, Urvi.
Bye.
I really like what she said about the Bureau acting as parents, because so many of us don't have our parents' support, and the fact that there's an organisation like this there and someone like Urvi who will talk to you and get to know you, it just feels really safe. It's really lovely. Oh, they look so good.
Merlin loves pakode.
Really?
He loves Indian food.
Keith is at a point where he wants to meet somebody of his own culture, and, you know, he's now applied to join the Bureau.
I'm quite shocked that he's done that, because
Okay.
I never thought he would go on that route, because they're quite liberated in their own way. But this is something quite new.
What are your concerns about the service?
I hope they're genuine and not, you know, that's the biggest thing, that they don't take them for a ride, because they're vulnerable anyway, you know, being gay. Because I know how I was when I found out that he's gay. I couldn't accept it because he was my son. I wanted to see his children be a grandma, because he's
Of
at
course,
that
we
age.
want to see
And
children.
then he said to me, he said, look, why are you worried what people are saying to you? You wanted a son, you got a son. Because I couldn't have him for about 7, 8 years. I couldn't have any kids.
You know, whatever, we was begging God to give children to us. He gave it to us. Maybe he wasn't giving to us because he knew, you know, what's going to happen.
Sometimes deep down, I don't think I have fully accepted it, but I'm learning. If he wants to get married, we'll have to support him. The service he's taken, I hope it works out for him.
Hi, Urvi.
Hi, Reeta, how are you?
I'm just excited to find out about my matches.
So, Reeta, I'm really sorry. Actually, I have not paid attention to your profile as of now, because I have a lot of things going on in the company.
Right.
I had to fire 7 of my employees
Oh, no.
because I came to know that they have misused some profiles. They have shared it with their friends unofficially.
Wow. Okay.
The coming week, I'll definitely work for it.
Yeah.
So the coming week, I'll at least send you 2 to 3 profiles.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye, take care.
So now she's saying it's Monday, Tuesday that she's going to send them through.
That's nuts.
Feels a bit funny, doesn't it? So, tell me, what's been happening? Did you get matches?
I got 2.
How much info do you get? Like, what do you need?
I'll show you actually. This is a 66% match.
Yeah.
His name is Aaron. He's 34. He's 5'8". When I saw his pictures, I sort of immediately knew that I wasn't at all attracted to him. And,
Right.
And I said, hi, Urvi, I'm really sorry, but I don't think that profile suits me. Keith, can you please look for a Punjabi match for me? She said, yeah, she'll get her team on it. So, you know, it depends what she comes up with. I have consistently said to her, though, I want a Punjabi guy.
How are you feeling about the whole process of this?
Honestly, a little bit deflated.
Yeah?
I've had these 2 matches. Almost feels like I'm just not going to find the right person through this. I'm sort of feeling that way at the moment, just because it's just been so wrong. He's the love of my life. Any man would come second.
I got a match. 63%. Mamta, 36 years old, in British Columbia. I've had 2 profiles through, which weren't matches at all, actually, and they didn't seem to read very well either. So it's been 6 weeks since I spoke with Urvi last, and I haven't received any other profiles. So I decided to do some research. I had an 86% match. So I thought, yeah, this is the one, right? This is the one, this is my girl. I'm a quiet girl. I don't open up right away. I do tend to give my trust to people when I first meet them, but I take my trust away once they betray me. Why would you write that in a dating profile? So now I'm thinking, have they sent me this just because they need to send this to me? But they're kind of sending me something that I'm not gonna say I wanna match with. That would be a clever thing to do. So it all seems a bit suspicious. So I copy and paste some of the information from the profiles that I was sent into Google. It's looking a lot like these are fake profiles that they're just copying and pasting from other sites. I've never seen an office when I've spoken to her on Skype. I've never seen any other employees that she claims to have. There's something really psychotic about the fact that she's engaging in regular bullshit conversations with me about matching me with people and being cute about it. It's really sick. I want to know a bit more about what's going on and look into some of these testimonials that are on the site. Are any of them actual clients of the Bureau? I've started looking on their Instagram page. It's been 6 months of our happiest relationship now and wanted to convey our gratitude towards you and your company. They're different chicks, like, I'm sure these photos are not of the same couple. What's weird is this wedding was on the 15th of August in 2015 and the Bureau wasn't even started until 2016, apparently. So if you reverse image search this picture, it leads to an article about Tarek and Joseph. And according to this article, they met on Match.com. These 2 women that got married, I remember when that happened because it was all over the media. They met at university. So what the fuck? Anu Hazra and Nirul Sheth. Right, Anu and Nirul, no mention of the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau. Nirul Sheth, let's see if I can contact you. Found him on Twitter. Cool, I'm gonna drop him a message. Hi there, no, we never used their service. Later, Tarek and Joe got back to me saying they'd never used the service either. Even when you look up the address on Google, it says it's a bus stand. Vivek and Vishal seem to be the poster boys of this organisation, and they've been in multiple articles about it. There are some articles that I read early on about the Bureau which had photos of you both. Your image and your story is being used to make it seem as though you found each other through the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau.
No.
Had you heard of them before?
I hadn't heard of the Bureau at all. This is the first time I'm even hearing about this Bureau. I don't even know who Urvi Shah is.
It says Urvi Shah helping LGBTQ community find love.
What are you saying? Oh my God. It's so bizarre. I mean, the Bureau cannot take our story. If somebody else takes credit for it and makes money out of it, that's just unethical and illegal.
The internet is obviously full of scams, but this seems particularly malicious, taking advantage of a section of society who are desperate to find connection and desperate to find love, pretending to be the parent to people who have been disowned and taking hundreds of dollars from them. You all right?
Ay, Daya.
I found myself feeling a little bit suspicious. I found a database that has tons and tons of different dating profiles on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau has been using them on the service that we've signed up to.
I think Urvi is a horrific human being. I think she's a bitch now, having learnt that. I think she's taken money from me. It's absolutely disgusting. The more I think about it, the more, I become angry. And so many people just want to be happy and settle down. And when I originally thought, my cousins have done it and all the people I grew up with, they've all gone through arranged marriages, why can't I? That question still remains ambiguous, why can't I?
Seeing Keith has really brought it home for me in the sense that she's manipulating people who are from a community that's essentially vulnerable. And these are real people's lives. I'm about to call Urvi from the Arranged Gay Marriage Bureau. Give her an opportunity to come correct, really, I guess. This is the third time she's bailed on us. She's kind of stringing us along the whole time.
Hi, Urvi. In 15 minutes, okay.
I know she says that she speaks to everybody that's on her database, which is quite a feat considering she says there are 2,400 people on that database. Is this how she treats everybody else as well? If I was actually still waiting to talk to this person that she sent me a profile of, I'd be so frustrated.
Is there no way we can do it in the next hour or so?
Urvi is typing. Hi Rita, nice to hear from you after so long. I really, really apologise for not being available. I won't be able to have a video call with you now. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much for making time today. I know that we've been trying to speak for...
I'm so sorry for all these delays. I don't know how, somehow there were problems coming in. There was no end.
I wanted to ask you about all the profiles that we've had, that Keith and I have had. The information that has been provided by your bureau is duplicated across the internet.
It's been duplicated?
Yes.
This is a kind of shock to me.
So you didn't know about this?
No, of course not. If I know, why would I send it to you?
Yeah. There's another conflicting piece of information. There are several couples that are used in your advertising and your promotion as couples that have met through the bureau. But I've spoken to a number of these couples and they all claim to have never used the bureau or spoken to you.
So they have never been registered with us?
Yeah. There's Vivek and Vishal.
I don't know how they can say that they have not been registered with us.
Why do you think Vivek and Vishal would say that they've not used your bureau?
I have no clue. That's what I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. And I know Vishal for sure, he'll never say that.
The message I've got from Vishal is saying, we met via Grindr and through no arranged gay marriage bureau. Urvi Shah is manipulating. She's taking our story from social media and using it to make money.
Can we have a video call conference with Vishal, please?
There doesn't seem any real point in talking to people that we've already spoken to. Why would they lie about it?
I have no clue.
We've really trusted you. I sincerely hope that nobody else signs up to your service and goes through this experience because it's awful. And what is heartbreaking for me has been meeting up with Keith and seeing his heartbreak. You are responsible for every single person out there that is essentially being manipulated and parting with their own cash in the hope of love because they have very few or no other routes to access that.
That's all I can say Reeta. I'm so sorry.
Is the Bureau real and offering a legitimate service?
Reeta, trust me, the Bureau is 100% legitimate and real.
I'll ask you one last time, Urvi. Is there anything that you want to say to the people that will be watching this documentary?
I have not done anything wrong from my end, at least.
So far, at the moment, I can't believe anything that you say to me, Urvi, because every piece of information that you've given me is being called into question.
I will be glad if you can give me a chance to prove myself right. I'll get back to you with as many things I can.
I would like a husband who is decent and caring. He should have an interest in history, mythology.
He must like dogs.
Yeah.
He sounds really nice.
He does. I wonder if he exists.
I'm sure he does.